What's up guys, GFXLab, and I have a list of 10 videos that I go back and I watch every once in a while when I feel like watching, old video, or like a video that to me was like one of the classic Call of Duty videos, a classic commentary, and these are just videos that I watch even to this day, and it's just these are my top favorites. These are my top 10 favorites, and there's so many more commentaries and videos out there that I still go back and watch, but I probably just didn't remember at the time which ones they were. But these are the ones that I remembered, and these are the ones I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna start with number 10. Number 10 is by Fisticuffs. It's a video called Modern Warfare 2 Mental Nuke, and he goes in and he talks about the community. This is like one of the first videos I heard that talked just directly to the community about making boring videos. And he goes about it in the most hilarious, like entertaining way. He just rips people a new one, and it was one of the first videos that I ever heard that was like somewhat negative towards other video, or even just mentioning other channels. It was one of the first ones because no one ever really even mentioned other channels. Most of the time people would post videos, they would do dual comms, or they would like do a shout out or something, but they never actually mentioned the work of other people who are making Call of Duty videos. And him doing this was so hilarious, and it pretty much shocked me, and I became an instant subscriber. And and you guys, if you guys want to see these videos, there'll be a link in the description so you can check them out. Number 9 is by aMOODIEswede, and it's a montage called Open Your Eyes. It is one of the most epic montages of all time. I wasn't ever really a fan of aMOODIEswede's commentaries, but his montages and his gameplays were crazy, like stuff that I know that even if I spent like a few weeks trying to do it, I would never be able to do it. He just has that crazy he has the crazy sticks. He's got the stick skills, son. But aMOODIEswede, he was like, I really enjoyed that montage, mainly because of the mix between the clips and the music, and the clips still stand the test of time, which is not so much for a lot of other montages that I've seen in the past and now, because there's people have raised the bar so crazy now. Like montages have to be ridiculous in order to get any sort of views, but that time, no one really knew like what a good clip was. But aMOODIEswede, his video is still amazing, and I still watch it to this day. Number 8 on my list is by SeaNanners and ONLYUSEmeBLADE. It's a dual commentary. This is back in the day when no one really knew about doing dual commentaries. No one really knew how to do them, and just the thought of it was just ridiculous. Like putting 2 people in a video, what? it was people weren't really doing this, but after this, like after these started coming out, people just started doing them like crazy and doing them all the time, and now it's just a regular thing. But back then it was like, no one's gonna do that. No one's gonna watch that. No, they didn't say that, but it was just really weird. Like it was just not done. And this video, SeaNanners ONLYUSEmeBLADE goes on a SeaNanners channel, and he's talking about, or they're introducing ONLYUSEmeBLADE to SeaNanners audience, and he talks about ONLYUSEmeBLADE's style, like his gameplay style and what he does on his channel. And it's really hilarious just listening to those two. And this is back in the day when there was only a few commentators, and the few commentators that were out there were like their own characters. Like they were their own like characters in a comic book. Like they all had their own styles, and their voices were all like they all had very distinguishable voices. And it was always fun listening to these guys, especially when they came together doing dual commentaries, because you're like, I don't know if their styles are gonna mesh right, or how are they gonna get along together. And like ONLYUSEmeBLADE and SeaNanners, I don't think I would ever think to put those two together. But then you'd see this pop up in your sub box, and you'd be like, whoa, what? That's like crazy. and you just like, it's just so intriguing to think about it that you just want to watch it. And even now, like I think even now that that effect would still happen, especially with those two guys. If they did another dual commentary and they people would just be like, what? But no, it wouldn't have the shock factor of having a dual commentary, but back then this did, and that's why it stuck in my mind so much. And number 7 is by Hutch, or Shaun0728. This was a video called it's the 31-5 Domination. This is a video of him and his girlfriend doing a dual commentary, and they're so happy together, and you can hear them like flirting back and forth. And this was like the calm before the storm. And then, you know, this is before like Hutch went through the roller coaster of emotions. And you all know which videos I'm talking about, but this was like one of the happier videos back in the day when Hutch was posting videos. And I really appreciate like listening to this video, because it reminds me of like the very first videos that were coming out, and it was awesome. So coming in at number 6 is by DrDisRespect. This one, there's so many videos by Dr. D. Like, he's got so many videos that are just amazing, and there's a few of them that I thought were just that I couldn't, you know, actually there was a bunch of them that I just can't I couldn't choose between them, but I did choose this one for a reason. This one's called The Address, and it's not really a commentary. It's a video where he's in a parking lot and he's talking about the whole community and how people are just posting crap these days, and he addresses everyone, and he sort of goes about it like no one's really badass, or no one really knows about the good channels. And he mentions like he mentions Optic Gaming, and he mentions the Bleed Team channel. And he goes off, and at the end of the video, he calls out ONLYUSEmeBLADE, and he pulls out a huge like Bowie knife, hunting knife, or whatever it is. And it's so fun. It's so fun to watch. So that's the one I chose. It's called DrDisRespect, The Address. Number 5 is by ONLYUSEmeBLADE and PJ, PSN Cool PJ. It's called Random Dual Commentary with PJ, and these two guys, like, they come in and they're just so hilarious. Like I said, back in the day, they weren't really doing a lot of dual comms, and it was just weird to see if people would mesh. And I wouldn't put together PJ and ONLYUSEmeBLADE, but when they came together, it was perfect. And that was the first time I even heard of PJ. So I heard of SeaNanners. SeaNanners introduced me to ONLYUSEmeBLADE, and ONLYUSEmeBLADE introduced me to PJ. And you know, that's how it was back in the day. Like, that's how the scene started in the beginning. That's how it started getting built up, and it was awesome just listening to these two guys talk about hilarious stuff. I know in that commentary, this is the one where Blade talks about his gym teacher saying sit down in his ear. And it's just so funny, the stories that Blade has to share. And then coming in number 4 is the F2000 quad, and I definitely put this one at number 4 because it has the word quad in it. But this one was one of my favorites because I'm in it. Yours truly, GFXLab, is in this video, and even though I'm nervous as hell and I don't know what I'm doing, I've never even done a commentary, and I'm on these guys' channel talking to them, it is still one of my favorite videos just to listen to, because not only am I a part of it, but man, it's just so like nostalgic listening to Wings, Woody, and Kyle, like before the whole PK thing. And this was right before PK. They used to get together and have these conference calls on Skype, and they would invite random people to come in. And I remember like DrDisRespect came in one time, and they would talk, and it was just so funny listening to these guys talk. And that's how they made the PKA thing work, is because they already had that chemistry before, and it was crazy. It was blowing my mind that I was in a Skype conversation with Wings, Woody, and Kyle all at once, and it was ridiculous back then. And they were like, let's just do a quad commentary, and I was like, oh my god, like, is this really happening? And that's when my channel started out. Number 3 is ThunderToro. It's a video, ThunderToro versus Ravenous Randy. It is one of the funniest videos that has ever been released in the Call of Duty commentary scene, and I made a remix of it, and it is so funny. It's probably the funniest video ever versus a sniper. ThunderToro goes off on Ravenous Randy. Poor Ravenous Randy. I wonder how many messages he's gotten from the Xbox community. It's just so funny listening to Ravenous Randy get shit on. But ThunderToro does an amazing job as usual, and that's why it's number 3. It's so high. Number 2 is by Wings of Redemption. It's called Modern Warfare 2 in 8 minutes. And Wings of Redemption shows the one-man army noob class, the basically the class that messed up Call of Duty for everyone. And it was crazy. That video, he shows like the most ridiculous setup, and he just goes off and destroys, you know, basically Call of Duty in general. And that's when I think it went south. But Wings, that was an epic classic Wings video. And last but not least is Abusing Claymores by Smoove. It is probably the most hilarious commentary that was ever posted on the YouTube scene, and I still watch it to this day. It's got a crazy amount of views, and it's Smoove. It's just so funny. If you guys have never seen that, I suggest you go in the description below, check out any of these videos. Let me know if there's some videos that you guys still go back and watch, and I will watch them, and I appreciate it, guys. I hope you guys have an epic day, and peace out.
God damn, girl, you got a fat ass.
Hey, instead of sitting here spanking the monkey, why don't you go ahead and like my boy GFXLab on Facebook. www.facebook.com/GFXLab.